paid program. Views expressed on this program are not necessarily those of CBS Radio, its sponsors, or affiliates.
Good morning. Welcome to Hardcore Mortgage Real Estate Business Show, brought to you by Capital Mortgage Funding. I'm your host, Harvey Freed. This morning, we've got a great panel to bring. Of course, our usuals, Harry Glanz and Alex Nafusi. Good morning, gentlemen.
What's up, usuals?
Morning, gentlemen.
Usual suspects here for sure.
Usuals.
And there's Janet Graham. We got a great real estate agent here. Hey, good morning, Janet.
Good morning. Thank you, guys. I'm so great to join you guys this morning. I'm with the Janet Graham Group at Holland Hunter Realtors Birmingham. So, yeah, let's talk real estate.
Oh, yeah, I know you're ready to dive in here, and we'll definitely be talking about purchasing a home and selling a home. As always, we brought a professional real estate agent in to discuss it. Our friend Sam Mansour from our office might even jump in with some of this conversation. You sit tight, Sam. We'll definitely include you in the show this morning. We take all your calls here live in the studio. If you're buying or selling a house, if you have a situation, we're the people that can really help you get through it. 248-539-9797. Always at the office. We've got a full staff there. Ronnie just called me and said the lines are open. If you need an approval letter this morning, if you want to get your file run, you need to refinance and talk numbers, 1-800-LOW-RATE, the best mortgage banker. Harry, as you know, the rates are still absolutely unbelievable. Take care of that refinance. Stop worrying about what the interest rates are. Yeah, they're going to go up and down. In fact, they actually trickled up on Thursday and Friday at the end of the week. So, I mean, what does it mean? It means now they're at 45-year lows.
It just means on a day-to-day basis, Harvey, it's just like a stock. You know, we buy and sell money all day long. We go into the market. We do the best we can for our clients, but it's market-driven. It's a commodity. So it happens every day. It can go up and go down, but the bottom line is we all know this, that what? They're not going to stay this low forever. So now's a good time, and as a matter of fact, glad to have Janet here. We love Holland Hunter, been doing business with Holland Hunter forever and ever. Bottom line is we believe, Janet, we put out a press release on January 21st, which was this week, right? 2 days ago. We believe that home sales for 2016 are going to continue the upward trend that started in January of 2012. So this is going to be a nice extension of the hot home sales in southeastern Michigan. How do you see it?
Absolutely. We definitely have a solid trend moving forward. Right now, we're experiencing low inventory. We just don't have enough product on the market that people want to buy. And we're finding as soon as anything good's coming out on the market, it's going to be snapped up right away. Prices are solid. Appraisals are solid. Not having any major problems with the appraisal process. We just need the sellers to just get ready and get their homes on the market.
So you're reading my mind, because everybody who listens to this show and everybody who's on our panels knows that one of my hot buttons are home values. But also, doesn't that mean that it's great for sellers?
Absolutely. It's fantastic for sellers right now. They just need to get in contact with an experienced realtor so that they can get started. Because one of the big challenges for sellers, they don't feel ready. Their house, they've lived in it, they've been in it a long time, they got a lot of stuff to sort through. It's not show ready.
Well, they put emotion into it.
Absolutely, absolutely. And nobody wants to really tackle the job. But really, when you contact someone like myself and we come in with our team, it's a simple process to get your home organized, to understand the process from A to Z. And if you're actually downsizing, moving, one of the first steps we do is actually get you pre-qualified. So you guys need to call in right away. That's one of the first data that you need is your pre-qualification.
So you're hardcore. This is the Hardcore Mortgage Real Estate and Business Show. So you're hardcore with your sellers. And you tell them, listen, we need to do this, we need to do this, and you need to do this right away. You just talk turkey right up front with them.
Absolutely.
People slide in their house. It's like, it's like their kid. You know, everyone's kid's awesome. You ever heard someone say, like, man, my kid is so stupid, he sucks at football? No, never.
Being a coach, you never hear that.
No, you never. Everyone's kid should bat fourth. Everyone's kid should play quarterback. It's like selling your house. Everyone thinks they have the most, the greatest house in the world. You have to have somebody like Janet that comes in and say, listen, dude, this house is nasty. We need to declutter this. We need to fix this trim. We need to paint this. I mean, you really have to, you have to cut through it.
Listen, I've met Janet. I don't know that she just walks around and says the house is nasty. I think she probably she cleans it up as the worst.
I'm not a realtor.
But I believe that she goes in, her and her team, they go in and they tell these people, look, if we're going to get the highest and best price for this house, here's what you need to do.
Absolutely. I've got a checklist process that I go through with people. It's so organized. So they're confused because they don't know what to do. They might do this once in 30, 40 years. But I'm doing this every day, every week. I'm going in, I'm looking at homes. I know what the buyers want to buy right now. And one of the biggest bad, nasty words is dated. So I try to make sure we overcome that dated.
Right.
No, not that kind of dated, Alex.
sorry.
It's okay.
Not that dated.
Let me throw the number out there. 248-539-9797. I love this, Janet. Way to start us off and move in that direction, because you talk about getting the house to, present itself where you're going to maximize the dollars. You know what the buyers are looking for. A lot of times you mentioned the clutter. Obviously, we know you got to remove the clutter. Sometimes it does take a paint job or removing some old flooring. It sometimes does take that. But on the other hand, you need a professional, because a lot of families are wasting too much money improving their house, and then the money doesn't come back when they sell it. So you need all sorts of knowledge. And that's why I love it, just talking to you on the phone. You're articulate. You definitely have a process, your presentation of the facts. All these are the important things when you're buying or selling a house.
Oh, absolutely. They're key. And many times people will waste a lot of time because they don't know what to approach first. They may not even have repair people, handy people. They don't understand the pricing. They think that some type of repair that's important to them, but it's not important to the buyer. So I kind of prioritize them so that they do only what is necessary to sell their home.
All right, we're going to start things off this morning. It's 9:08. If you're just joining the Hardcore Mortgage Show, brought to you by Capital Mortgage Funding, live here in the studio, 248-539-9797. We're going to go to our first call. We got Rick from Richmond. Good morning, Rick. You're live on the ticket.
Good morning.
What's happening,
What's
Rick?
up, man?
How you guys doing?
Good. What's going on?
So, my wife and I, we own a house in Richmond Township, Michigan. It's probably assessed maybe value about $249. But we own some property in Emily City, which is our retirement, where we want to retire. We both work in Auburn Hills, and she wants to sell the house now and buy a condo in Auburn Hills. And I'm just wondering, is that a good idea? Is that something we should consider?
I mean, it's all about quality of life and which one to do. I mean, there's something to be said for having a house and a yard and everything. I mean, how far is your drive to work right now?
I'm sorry, say again?
How far is your drive to work? Are you buying a condo in Auburn Hills because you guys work there? You live closer to work?
The drive's probably an hour plus for both of us.
Yeah, dude, you gotta. I mean, I would do that. I'm not I hate driving as it is, but I mean, an hour to and from. I mean, it's 2 hours.
My concern, though, is that if I buy a condo, are we going to make our money back off of it in 10 years when we retire?
Well, that's the magic question. We don't have a crystal ball, but the bottom line is, what can you get for your house now? Okay,
Well,
so if you could make a substantial... Yeah, go ahead.
$249, maybe, $250, somewhere in there.
And what do you owe?
We owe about $140.
Sounds good to me.
Make
And what are you going to buy a condo for? How much what price range are you looking for a condo?
Probably $100,000, probably.
Yeah.
We want something nice enough to live in for 10 years.
Yeah.
Rick, here's the thing, man. I mean, I personally think, that it's just quality of life. And if you can if you can cut off that hour, to and from work every day and just spend more time with your family, absolutely, man. I mean, 100%. I mean, here, you got it like this. You're going to make $100,000 on the sale of your house right now. If you buy a condo for $100,000, I mean, every month you're in the black. I mean, you're making money every single month. Just keep saving.
Right.
I mean, who cares if the condo's worth $120,000 in 10 years? Who cares?
Right. They
Quality of
definitely
life.
don't appreciate as much as necessarily a house. But again, you're talking about a condo in Auburn Hills near the Oakland University. You still got great schools. You got Avondale schools, maybe or surrounding areas, Rochester schools and such. If you're buying an area, nice community where there's great schools, obviously near the university and theater and shopping and all those other great things off of 75, yeah, you should be able to make your money back when you go to retire. What are you going to do with that land in Imlay City then? Build a house? What's your plan?
Yeah, the plan is to build there and retire there.
Yeah, that sounds
Fantastic.
great.
Well, definitely, Rick, what we'll do for you is run some numbers. I think if we showed you the numbers, and again, if you buy a condominium, you might have enough cash where you can buy it free and clear, but you still would have that association fee, taxes, and your monthly homeowner's insurance. So definitely want to take a look at all the numbers and see how it benefits you. It's a great call, and I hope you make the move because, Alex, I could not drive an hour each way guaranteed every day. Rick, thanks for the call.
All right, thank
Cool.
you, guys.
Thanks, Rick. See you, man.
All right, that's cool stuff. But again, that drive, boy, that is brutal. But again, you know what? Maybe it's not so brutal.
But it's got, like Alex said, it's got to improve the quality of his life. I mean, there's no question about it.
And I would agree with that.
Yeah.
Quality of life is one of the key things I get with people that are beginning to downsize and thinking about it. They're used to doing the drive, but the reality is you're getting older and you don't want the stress. So that's what I do. So definitely, Rick, we'll take care of you. home evaluation. We work as a team here, so I'm available and I can definitely help you out too.
Is this what's going on now, Janet? There's a lot of, this age group, again, looking at retirement. He mentioned 10 years, and a lot of folks are getting, they say something like 10,000 people a day are turning the age of 62. So, is this the type of house or, are people looking to downsize into these condos? Are you seeing a lot of this?
Absolutely. I'm downsizing people into condos quite a lot, especially a ranch-style condo. People start to think ahead. They want everything on one level.
First floor, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, Harvey.
Absolutely.
I like everything on one floor now.
Yeah, your knees are okay, boss. There's the music that says we're up against our first break. When we come back, we're going to go to all of your phone calls. If you're buying or selling a house, this is the show for you. 248-539-9797. We'll be right back.
Hi, Harry Glantz for Capital Mortgage Funding. Rates are at historic lows, so what are you waiting for? Call 1-800-LOW-RATE and let our award-winning staff help you save money. Look, if you're looking to purchase a new home, refinance your existing home, and you want to save money, call 1-800-LOW-RATE and take advantage of these historic low rates. That's Capital Mortgage Funding, 1-800-LOW-RATE, the best mortgage banker. What are you waiting for? Call 1-800-LOW-RATE. Capital Mortgage Funding is powered by Fairway Independent Mortgage Corporation, NMLS ID number 2289, Equal Housing Lender.
This is Rich Lalonde from Summit Place Kia in Waterford and the all-new Summit Place Kia in Clinton Township with huge news. Everything about our new facility is bigger and better. We've got the largest inventory in Michigan, a giant indoor showroom, and a huge staff. There's only one problem, really big expenses. In fact, it's starting to stress me out. So here's the bottom line. I need to sell a lot of cars. So Summit Place Kia in Waterford and the all-new Summit Place Kia in Clinton Township will make the deals other dealers won't. Are you worried about your trade-in? Don't. We need used cars, and we pay extra for well-cared-for local trade-ins. In fact, I've instructed my staff to do whatever it takes to make a deal. Your price, your trade-in, and your credit will not be a problem. Got a bump on your credit? That's okay. At Summit Place Kia, our lenders can get almost anyone approved. If you've got $500 and you make at least $2,000 a month, you ride. You're going to love Summit Place Kia. I guarantee it. Come see me, Rich Lalonde, today at Summit Place Kia in Waterford and at the all-new Summit Place Kia in Clinton Township. Call 1-800-NEW-KIAs or summitplacekia.com.
It's a fantastic time to update your home during Menard's Kitchen and Bath Sale. Lions manufactures their products with top quality materials. The Elite 4-piece shower is perfect for bathroom remodeling. It has an extra deep bathing well, plus it's easy to clean and is scratch and stain resistant. Get the Lions Elite 4-piece shower for only $428. Save big money on all of your kitchen and bath updates at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
After a weekend golf lesson, Patrick Baker suddenly went blind in one eye. He was referred to Henry Ford Macomb Hospital, where ER doctors determined that Patrick was having a stroke. Because they know that every minute matters, the doctors administered IV-TPA, a medicine proven to help minimize stroke's crippling effects. Meanwhile, in Detroit, a team of neurologists and neurosurgeons at Henry Ford Hospital were able to view images of Patrick's brain in real time. After a helicopter airlifted him, the team at Henry Ford Hospital was able to surgically remove the clot with a minimally invasive procedure that allowed blood flow to return to his brain. During a stroke, minutes matter. Where you go for care matters too. Because Henry Ford teams work together and quickly, today, Patrick is back to his golf game. It's that kind of teamwork that's made Henry Ford Health System a leader in stroke care for over 25 years. To learn more, visit henryford.com/stroke.
Can't get an open phone line? Use the Galliana's Van Dyke Dodge ticket text 97136. It's always open. Don't overpay. Get into Galliana's Van Dyke Dodge today.
97.1 The Ticket would like to remind you that when you text the ticket, standard text messaging rates apply.
Welcome back to the show. We broadcast till 10 o'clock. It's the Hardcore Mortgage Real Estate Business Show, brought to you by Capital Mortgage Funding. You got to give us a call. 1-800-LOW-RATE, the best mortgage bank. You can save money if you haven't refinanced your house or consolidated that first and second mortgage. Definitely give us a phone call. Hey, how about those FHA loans? We are converting most of the FHA buyers to conventional mortgages. Again, you might not have 20% yet in the equity department, but you can switch that to a conventional loan and take advantage of some lender-paid PMI programs, some upfront PMI programs. So there's a lot of great ways to save money. Just give us a phone call. And again, I want to welcome back Janet Graham. She's hanging in there with us from Hall & Hunter. downtown Birmingham. Great to have you. Always, I love the words you're already using, the process. There's a process of buying and selling a house, getting a mortgage. And one of the key things that we run into, Jana, is that really getting the borrowers to get organized. We require about these 7 or 8 of these documents. And I'll tell you, it's not always easy gathering these 7 or 8 documents. So I like the idea that there's a process involved.
Janet, Harvey had a week. Okay, he had a week where...
I didn't ask you to tell you.
Yeah, sorry about that. He had a week where, he had clients, and we all have clients like this because we're in a service business, where sometimes the client doesn't do what you ask them to do. So translated, what happens in your industry when we said in the first segment that you talk turkey with your clients, you're pretty hardcore with them, and then you run into a situation where, guess what? They didn't do what you told them to do, and all of a sudden the house isn't selling, maybe not in this market, but say in a normal market like you thought it was going to sell. What do you do?
I talk very direct with them, and I tell them the truth. And I state that right up front. I like to forecast people what to expect from me, that we're working as a team, and that if something isn't working to help them reach their goal, that I'm going to tell them so that we can get to the right solution. And that's what I do. I'm just straight up front with my communication, and we're good.
I love that.
Straight up front, talking about the process ahead of time. And I like expectations. I mean, right, sometimes you got to get those expectations straight so the seller knows what you're going to be providing your services as a listing agent or a buyer's agent, and vice versa. It definitely works that way. One of the other things we like to talk about is if you're not organized, and again, on the mortgage end more so, if you are going to be selling your house, and you mentioned it earlier, getting that pre-approval letter, sitting down and making sure that if we do sell your house, that you raised your family and that you can transition into a new mortgage. The laws have changed. There's not stated income and stated document loans like there were way back. And for some families, it could be a little bit of a hurdle to get a mortgage. So you do want to make sure that you're mortgageable. Have you been following your tax returns, getting all your documents together? And some of the miscellaneous docs are divorce judgments from years past. Did your loan servicing change? There's a lot of little things. Do you have some title blemishes? A lot of little things you can do. Even on your side, we sometimes have to get that title work up front cleared up from families refinancing. So often, some of the local banks didn't record discharges of mortgages and such properly. I think you run into that once in a while.
Absolutely. Run into that. I mean, I ran into that with a home in Troy. People had been in their home over 30 years, and there was a mortgage from the early 70s that hadn't been discharged. And it almost stopped our closing, but we were able to overcome that with just, working with the title company and the lenders to sort that out and get that paperwork straightened out. So,
right. Usually those closing packages will come in handy. Families always say, how long should I keep these closing packages for? And I think the answer is forever at this point.
Yes.
If you're a homeowner, probably great advice is, if you just bought a house recently, is get that file cabinet or a safe of some sort where you're going to file away these important documents, including discharges of mortgage, HUD settlement statements from years past, moving forward, loan disclosure statements.
Absolutely.
248-539-9797. We definitely want to hear from you. If you guys want to jump in with a topic, then I'd love to.
Well, I think it really goes back to, if you're going to hire somebody, if you're going to hire a realtor, or retain someone, for mortgage services, you have to be coachable. And if you're not going to listen, don't call me. I mean, I don't have time for it. I really don't. I mean, I'm gonna take care of you. I mean, I'll give you a great deal, a great service.
Well, listen, Janet's a professional. We have over 100 years of experience sitting in this room right now, and I don't think anybody wants their time to be wasted. And time's a valuable commodity as well.
Absolutely.
And if somebody isn't serious about doing what we need them to do and what we're trying to achieve for them, then you just can't work with them. But Janet, your area of expertise, tell everybody out there where your area, where you like to do your business, and give a little bit of a background of where you believe that the home values are now in your area of expertise.
Well, I've been in the business over 16 years, selling and listing real estate internationally. And so I've really seen a lot of markets going up and down. Here, I've definitely worked throughout Oakland County and Wayne counties. And I specialize in listing, work with buyers as well. Many times I'm downsizing them, upsizing them, taking them out of state. I mean, I'm taking them wherever it is they need to go. And, we're experiencing, as I said, a really stable market right now. And what I'm doing now is I'm finding the ramp-ups occurring for buyers coming into the marketplace. They're calling me, they're making inquiries on my listing, and one of the first things I do is I direct them to get pre-qualified. And many times people will deflect and say, no, I'm good. I know that part will be okay. I correct them right then and I let them know, listen, there are changes in laws and legislations that you aren't even aware of. This is simple. We do it over the phone. You give Sam a call here at Capital Mortgage Funding. And you know what? I take team with Sam. I send him the person's name and number. He follows up within 24 hours. So it comes across the way it's supposed to, which is servicing and educating the buyer out there so that they get started right and they're not out there looking at stuff that doesn't make sense for their budget.
Yeah, especially with the inventories being so tight, you definitely want to have your ducks in a row. And because your offer, you want to actually to say approval, not pre-approval or anything. At this point, you want to already have the mortgage bank saying, look, I've already run it through the process, already show the credit report and the funds to close and all the necessary, those 3 or 4 very important components that says that this borrower can close in a 30-day period, because you as a seller might have to move on. And more importantly, you guys need to know that you have a deal intact, especially when you're taking one offer over the other. You want to make sure they're going to be able to close in a timely fashion. All great stuff. Hey, we want to hear from you. 248-539-9797. We've got Janet Graham in here from Hall & Hunter. Having a professional real estate agent in here is always great, because you basically all the agents that come in all say the same things. And it's generally, the great communication. And one thing that I pointed out when we were talking was, and it's a reminder, my mother always tells me, sometimes we need to slow down. I know for sure I need to slow down all the time, because it is about the knowledge. Thanks. I definitely do. And the show needs to slow down. We have an hour where we try to jam a lot of information in. But at the end of the day, the knowledge that the customer has is what gives them the confidence to make all these great decisions.
Absolutely, absolutely. And, a lot of buyers they're educated right now. They want information right away. They're online. They're looking at sites. They have an idea of what they want already, which is excellent for me as an agent in this business, because I like an educated buyer. But what the buyer also needs, which they don't realize, is they need historical data. They need to know what I have seen. They need to know, what are the appraisers saying? So when we talk about valuation, which is so key, that information is key, that we just tag together and we take a look at what the buyer wants to look at, but we're lining it up with appraisals, valuation, what can they expect? Most buyers, they want to have a move-in ready home. Well, that's going to cost you premium dollar. And we go over what it is to determine valuation and what they can get for their money. So really, really important.
Definitely the median house price jumped last year, 7.6%, but that was an average in some areas here, of course, regionally in Michigan is what we care about. There are some areas that are still a little sluggish. I don't want to throw a city out there, but we're noticing this week on a couple refinance appraisals and what's sold in the community or surrounding this person's home. And there are some areas that are a little on the blah, a little sluggish. Now, it didn't help my buyer or my homeowner at that point, because we're looking for a higher appraised value. But that's a great opportunity for buyers this year, that some of these cities, and having that knowledge that some of these cities really are a little sluggish right now, and there might be an opportunity now in the wintertime or early spring 2016 to steal one of these houses or buy a home that has some built-in equity.
Absolutely, absolutely. There's definitely areas that are I like to call them the up-and-coming areas, where people can kind of get in early and really kind of go for the ride upward. It hasn't quite caught up. We saw areas that, really went up fast in value, like Birmingham did. But then there are other areas, Ferndale, other areas where, there is still ways to go up, and they're great areas, areas that are got nice downtown, access to downtown and amenities, are really appealing for a lot of buyers.
Yeah, we think the Woodward Corridor is hot. It's been hot for the last 4 or 5 years, all the way up, from Ferndale all the way up through, up to Pontiac. And Pontiac's making a huge comeback right now, too. A lot of investment going on in Pontiac. A lot of other areas, you go out to Macomb County. Macomb County, 2 years ago in 2014, was the hottest county in the metropolitan Detroit area. Last year was Oakland County. But all of metropolitan Detroit seems to be, I say hot, it's a cold January day, but a hot market. But the bottom line is there's still pockets that have not caught up. And, we have to be very, very careful when we put our team together and we send an appraiser out to a house, that the appraisers are getting the highest and best comps for that area. And I looked at one yesterday, as a matter of fact. My colleague Harvey Freed brought me one yesterday. And I thought the appraiser did a great job. And it's very rare that I agree with appraisers.
You thought it was low?
Right.
No, showing to him.
Yeah, Harvey thought it was low. The appraiser came in, and actually, the appraiser erred on the side of the highest comp.
Where was the house? What city?
Bottom. I don't want to say gross seal. Why do I bring that up?
Well, I don't want to say that that particular house was bought for $250 a few years ago and only sold for $237. But like you said here, we looked at these
Something
comps.
happens.
We looked at the comps and we saw what the neighbors were selling for, and some areas just haven't caught up. Hey, when we come back, all of your calls 248-539-9797.
It's the Outlet Show, the RV Outlet Show, the huge RV Outlet Show and sale, and it's your chance to see what's new and save big. It's a lot of fun, so bring the whole family this Friday through Sunday to the Macomb Community College Expo Center. This show has been the big one for years, and this time even more brands will be there with even better deals. This truly is the place to get a wholesale price on motorhomes, trailers, and fifth wheels. See the newest ultralight trailers that can be towed by almost any vehicle, and all the latest motorhome floor plans. The Expo Center will be stuffed wall-to-wall with RVs, and you can walk through all the models. Check it out online at RVOutletShow.com and download a $1 off entry coupon. You'll save thousands right from the manufacturers on motorhomes, trailers, and fifth wheels. Your local dealer will be fighting for your business. Lenders will have the lowest rates anywhere. And with great factory rebates, you'll save thousands on the RV of your dreams. The huge RV Outlet Show is happening this Friday through Sunday at the Macomb Community College Expo Center, 12 Mile and Hayes in Warren.
Get ready, because it's the final weekend. The 2016 North American International Auto Show is in the house. Now at Cobo Center, starring over 500 of the world's brightest automotive stars. The International Press raves. This is one world premiere you don't want to miss. Justin Bieber says, oh, who cares what he says? The Beverly Hills Housewives say,
ooh, pretty. I want that one. Oh, no, you don't. Darling, I saw it first. Hey, listen,
come see what you'll be driving next year or in 10 years, including green cars and cars that drive themselves. The 2016 North American International Auto Show. But this is the final weekend at Cobo Center. Brought to you by your Metro Detroit auto dealers. Tickets at NAIAS.com or Cobo Center. Sponsored by Delta Airlines, Michelin, Johnson Controls, Steel Market Development Institute, Hitachi Automotive Systems, Autoblog, and Aishin.
oh, look, this automobile matches my toy poodle's outfit.
I'm standing on the surface of the sun to prove a point. The sun's the only thing hotter than the 4 new hot theme instant games from the Michigan Lottery. Could somebody put out my pants? Thank you. See, from $1 hot cash to $10 hot riches, over $150 million in total prizes. You can win up to $1 million instantly. But here's the difference. The sun is 92 million miles from the earth. But these hot theme tickets are as close as your nearest lottery retailer. So try them and put some red hot play in your day. Anybody bring sunblock? Hey, Club Keno players, doubler days are back, and so is Professional Double Talker.
Dr. Professor Irving Corey, PhD, D as in doubler days.
I think they got it.
It's a way for players to multiply by a factor of 2, or double if you will, their fun and excitement, or fun-citement, if I may, and I just did.
Let me translate. Random Club Keno tickets are printed with a doubler message. If your ticket has the message and you win, you'll double your prize up to $4 million.
I couldn't have said it better myself, which I am.
All this month, winning is twice as nice with Club Keno doubler days from the Michigan Lottery.
So to speak, and I should, so I will.
Introducing the 2016 Mercedes-Benz GLC, the most innovative SUV on the road today. Go to MBUSA.com to find out more details about the 2016 GLC or visit your authorized Mercedes-Benz dealer to get behind the wheel for a test drive today.
The X-Files begins right after the NFC Championship, tomorrow on Fox.
Sports news all day, every day. This is 97.1 The Ticket.
Red Wings snap a 2-game skid, winning over the Buffalo Sabres 3-0. All-Star rookie Dylan Larkin had the go-ahead goal. Zetterberg and Glendening also contribute. Wings hosting Anaheim tonight, 6:40 right here on 97.1 The Ticket. Pistons on the road in Denver. It's Michigan basketball today in AM 950 WWJ. Visiting Nebraska, that's a 2 p.m. tip. MSU hosting Maryland tonight at the Breslin Center. Carolina Panthers will not have defensive end Jared Allen tomorrow when they play in the NFC title game. He broke his foot last week. The Detroit Free Press reporting UConn AD Ward Manuel is now the front runner for the same position at the University of Michigan. And former Tiger Giannis Cespedes re-ups for the New York Mets. 3 years, $75 million. And David Black fired as head coach of the Cleveland Cavaliers. At Ticket Update Desk, I'm Jeff Lesson. For more, 971theticket.com.
You can now watch Valenti and Foster live streaming video afternoons 2 to 6 at 971theticket.com.
Welcome back to the show. It's the Hardcore Mortgage Real Estate Business Show brought to you by Capital Mortgage Funding. That's right, folks. We're in our 16th season, giving you great information about buying houses. If you want to sell your house, consolidate your debt, refinance, take cash out for those home improvements. Our friend Adam helped him before. Boy, he always has these guys in here talking about fixing up the house. It takes money to fix up a house, and a lot of you have built-in equity now. And just by refinancing your mortgage, maybe even dropping the term, you could probably keep your payment the same. Maybe pull that $5,000 or $10,000 out of the house. Get your mortgage all set up the right way, and that $5,000 or $10,000 might be enough to put a new roof on, completely remodel a bathroom, and do a lot of home improvements. Many times, just blowing in some extra insulation on a cold day even helps. 248-539-9797, and we are going to go to some of your calls. Sam out in Waterford. Good morning, Sam. Thank you for calling in. Go ahead.
Hey, guys. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Morning, Sam.
Couple of questions. The first one's regarding buying down the mortgage rate. What's your thoughts on that? Right now, my wife and I are in the process of buying and selling. We're post-inspection phase of the process. We're locked in at $399 30-year conventional, and I have the option to go down to $375 if we want.
For how much?
About $3,000.
Yeah, well, I just don't see why you would do that. I mean, I would rather take the $3,000 and add it to the principal of the house.
100%. Yes.
I mean, not for that. I mean, for sure. I mean, for you, you're going to be in the house for a while. I would just take that money and pay it off earlier. Add it to the principal. I wouldn't pay points and buy it down.
Sam, did you do the math, or did the mortgage person do the math for you to say, here's what it cost you? You say $3,000, and then my new payment versus the higher rate payment, divide that.
$10 a month.
Yeah, what's the balance that you're taking out in the way of a mortgage?
The mortgage balance is about $310, so it's you're going to save about $40 a month.
Right.
$15,000 over the 30 years, which isn't much.
Right.
In grand scheme of things, but I was just want to get some expert opinion.
Yeah, the current value of your $3,000 to you is worth more than the future value, especially since net after tax mortgage interest is deductible. I wouldn't take $3,000. That's like handing me $3,000 right now, and I'm giving you $40 every month. I'll take that deal. That's a great deal for me. It's not such a great deal for you.
It's not a good deal for you, Sam.
Yeah. What now? On next question is kind of on the appraisal side. How are you guys seeing the appraisals come back?
In about a week. Week to 10 days.
It's my joke, Alex. But I like
that was a joke. Are you talking about what area?
Our current house is in Waterford, and we got 4 offers all over ask price.
Oh.
And I thought our ask price was a little high versus what I was seeing some of the sold homes in the area. So, that's the part I'm nervous about coming back.
So let's just say this. Let's say, what are you prepared to do? I mean, is there a contingency in there that if it comes over, is there an appraisal contingency in the purchase agreement?
Yeah, they agreed $5,000 over appraised value.
Well, then you have to take your chances, see what the appraisal is going to come in, and then be prepared to negotiate.
Okay. I mean, is that something on, I know you guys have the real estate agent and the studio, is that something, even with that contingency, that people renegotiate after the fact?
Yes, they absolutely do, because the reality is you've got 3 other offers that are backup offers there. So that person wants it. It's psychology. Everybody wants what someone else wants. So the renegotiation should be pretty smooth. So that's good. You've got that appraisal contingency for $5,000 over. That's good. They do. They absolutely do renegotiate.
Okay.
Everything's negotiable, Sam. So when the appraisal comes in, they can come back to you, or you can go back to them and say, here's what our options are.
Okay.
What part of Waterford are you in? Harvey used to live out that way.
We're at Hatchery and Airport Road.
Okay.
I mean,
I got it.
We've seen a lot less appraisal issues than we used to. I think the market's really come back. Waterford's a hot area. I mean, I wouldn't worry about it until the appraisal comes in. Deal with it. You deal with it when it comes in. I mean, obviously, you sold the house, get it appraised, and go from there. You can always, adjust the purchase price up or down based on what the appraisal comes in at.
And I've also found that the appraiser, when they know that there have been multiple offers, and, I know when I meet the appraiser there and I give them the comps and I say, listen, I got 4 offers in on this property. They all came in over asking. There's value here. I mean, I know that the history says one thing, but look at what's happening right now in actuality. How do we really get that value to support it? And I have seen appraisals come in where it's way higher, and it's blown my mind. But, I wouldn't worry. You'll be surprised even with what you get. It can be supported, but it definitely will be negotiated with that person.
Good stuff, Sam.
Okay, perfect. Thanks, guys.
Awesome. Thanks.
All
man.
right, thanks. Of course, we will call Sam after and see if we can offer him that a little bit better transaction than he might have had out there.
You know what's great about Sam's calls? Sam is prepared, okay? So he knows that he has 4 offers in on it. He knows they're all overpriced, right? Over asking price. And he's prepared that if the appraisal doesn't come in, he might have to do something.
Oh, yeah, he might have to do something, but here's the reality. There's 3 other people that are interested.
And,
he's in the driver's seat.
Well, and also, what's to say that they don't, they're going to agree to it. They're going to bring in more money. They're going to put more money down.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right.
Well, I like the idea anyways. You threw it out there that you did meet as a listing agent. You met the appraiser at the house. I think that's key. You supplied the comps that you priced the house at. You talked about some other information about the property. You're the expert on it at that point. And again, even though the appraiser should be the expert, they're really relying on the comparable sales. And you might have some inside information that helps that house appraise out. That's key, that the listing agent meets the appraiser at the house.
You got to pay attention to one thing, too, is that, it doesn't matter if there's multiple offers or not. Quite frankly, that was worthless. He could have 1,000 offers on the house, all over asking. And if the house isn't worth it, it's not worth it.
It's not worth it.
Doesn't
It's
matter.
not worth it.
I mean, supply and demand does not come into effect on an appraisal.
248-539-9797. We definitely want to hear from you. It's the Hardcore Mortgage Show. We're going to move on to some calls here. We've got Doug in Allen Park. Good morning, Doug. Live on the ticket.
Hey, how's it going?
What's up, man?
Doug, what's up?
Yeah, I got a little bungalow, and thinking about I got an old sunroom on the back, piece of crap, and I got another kid on the way. I wanted to turn it in so like part of the house, and I was just wondering if that would like add value to my house or.
Well, yeah, I mean, anytime you can add square footage to your house, it's going to add value. I love that idea.
I think it's a strong move.
I think it's a great move, dude. I mean, Allen Park's a good area. I mean, you like the neighborhood? You like your neighbors? You can say no. It's okay.
No, you hate that. hey, Doug, you hate the guy next door, don't you, brother?
What's that?
I'm just messing with you. Forget it.
You hate your neighbor. I mean,
But Alex, there was a hesitation there. I mean, that's the truth. If you're not going to stay there and you start adding and changing that, I mean, that could fall into when he goes to sell the house, he doesn't get his money back out as quick.
Doug, you gotta weigh the pros and cons of adding on. And do you like the neighborhood? Do you like your neighbors? Do you like this? Do you like the schools? I mean,
yeah. I mean, I like the area. I like the schools. I mean, I went to school there myself. Family lives around there, but
that's
yeah.
good.
I mean, I plan on being there for a little bit, but I can do a lot of the work myself.
Oh, I think it sounds like a great idea.
I like.
Yeah, we like the idea.
I mean, as much as I would love to do a loan for you, I mean, on a new purchase, I think it sounds like you like your house, man. I mean, you got a cool sunroom. What do you put the walls up and the windows and everything, and run heat through there? I mean, sounds like a good idea, man.
Yeah. All right, cool. I appreciate it, guys.
Awesome. Thanks, Doug. See you.
All right, thanks for the call. 248-539-9797. We wanted to also bring up some other things that are up and coming. We're going to have some reverse mortgage seminars coming up at our office, so we want you to call Capital Mortgage. We have our reverse mortgage specialist, Brian Cohn, in the office. He is going to be setting up some of these seminars in the office. We just spoke about it the other day, and we would think it's great if you can come in and really educate yourself on that. More and more of our family members, our parents are getting 62, what do we say the stats are? 10,000 people a day are turning 62. Get educated on this. It's not going to work for everybody, but a lot of families out there could take advantage of it.
But it's important to know that these reverse mortgages of today aren't the same as 10 years ago.
Exactly.
Okay,
It's a
so
totally
I
different
think people
animal.
should listen to it. The costs aren't as high. I think they're less risky. There's all kinds of safeguards in place. New legislation came down. And the bottom line is that they're safer than ever. We would not offer this program at Capital Mortgage Funding. We had an opportunity to offer it 10 years ago, and we turned it down. I said, there's no way we can go out on the street with this. The new kind, they're guaranteed, they're federally backed. We have a reverse mortgage specialist, the only guy in our office that is allowed to go out and make presentations on this. He's certified. And we look at it as a very, very conservative move for people that want to look at it.
Right.
That want to look at it.
Yep,
It's
definitely.
way different than 10 years ago.
Yeah, give us a call at the office. That's 1-800-LOW-RATE, the best mortgage banker. Also, if you want to get a house, get the approval now. Again, we got springs right around the corner. It's a gorgeous day outside today. Home buying season really never stopped this winter. But definitely, if you have some credit issues in the past, we can help you with that. Get organized. What's important is that you get it all up front and make your home buying process really fun and exciting. And Janet, when we come back, we're going to talk more about buying a house in today's marketplace. 248-539-9797. 539-9797.
Did you know there's more than one Las Vegas? There's the Strip with families on vacation and questionable odds. Then there's downtown Vegas, the original gambling and entertainment mecca. That's where you'll find the D Las Vegas. Book your stay at thed.com. The D Las Vegas, your home for Detroit sports in Vegas.
Is negative content or comments on the web affecting your personal or professional reputation? Unfavorable comments, embarrassing pictures, videos, legal documents, and bad tweets can ruin your personal life, your career, or your business. It happens a lot, and it's just not fair. But what can you do? Reputation.com can protect your good name. Get a free consultation now at 800-669-1520. That's 800-669-1520. Call right now for a free expert reputation analysis. It's easy to squash the unfair attacks with our patented system, and the analysis is absolutely free. Make the best things about you jump out in searches. Protect your personal and professional reputation, your business, and your income. Get your free reputation analysis from Reputation.com right now. Call 800-669-1520. 800-669-1520. 800-669-1520.
The struggle is real.
Got any threes? Hey, can we put the game on? Not me, man. Dad is about done. Go fish.
It could be your friends, your neighbors.
You got your phone, right? Man, I've only got 20% battery.
Or even you.
Calm down, guys. I've got Next Radio. Anybody have any kinks?
You know, I've actually heard of that. And Go Fish.
The struggle is real, but there is hope.
Yeah, it's the free app for Life Radio on your phone. You flip through what's playing now, music, news, sports, it's all there. The best part, for 3 times less battery life and 20 times less data.
Hey, rain stopped. Let's go fishing.
Save the day. Be the hero. Never miss another game, score, or a highlight with the Next Radio app. Sprint, Boost, Virgin are on it. AT&T and T-Mobile are on deck. Download the Next Radio app at Google Play Store to unlock free FM radio on your smartphone.
Next Radio.
Radio you can see and hear.
Detroit Tigers spring training trips to sunny Lakeland, Florida are on sale now. Exclusive Detroit Tigers vacation packages include accommodations, transportation, game tickets, a private player meet and greet, merchandise, and more. Visit tigers.com/vacations and plan your spring training trip today.
Detroit's home field advantage.
Welcome back to the show. We broadcast till 10 o'clock. It's the Hardcore Mortgage Show, brought to you by Capital Mortgage Funding. Give us a call at the office, 1-800-LOW-RATE. That's 1-800-569-7283. Always live in the studio, 248-539-9797. And we've got calls to get to. Let's get to Dennis out there in Highland. Good morning, Dennis. Welcome to the show.
Well, hello.
What's up, Dennis?
How
How
you
are you,
doing,
man?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that.
I said good
Dennis,
morning,
you're on the air,
How are
babe.
you?
Okay. I have a question.
Okay. I'm listening.
Okay. I have a son that is struggling. He's been out of work, and I want to buy a home for him with the potential of him paying rent. But that's not what I'm looking for. But I need something relatively quick. And I see in the area I'm looking for, in the Madison Heights area, there's a lot of homes that are foreclosure or pre-foreclosure, but I don't know how long it would take to get one of those. So what is the estimated time on if you were purchasing a home like that?
Well, I mean, we could close the loan, if we had to in, 10 days. I mean, if it was absolute necessity. I mean, I would never advise anyone to do that. But I mean, what's your goal with the foreclosures, pre-foreclosures? Why are you trying to buy a foreclosure versus something you can just move right into?
Well, if I could find something we could move into that would be feasible, that would be fine. But I haven't been successful. Most of the homes that are moved right in are a little out of our price range. We're trying to stay under $90,000.
You have a realtor working for you?
Yes, I do.
And what did he or she tell you with your purchase price and everything? Are you going to find anything for $90,000?
They're looking for homes, but the problem is there's some parameters I need to stay in. I would like a 3-bedroom with either a basement or garage.
Well, I mean, it's
It's going to be tight in that 90,000. I mean, but I think they're out there in Madison Heights. Would you say so, Janet? They're definitely.
Yeah, they're definitely out there, and maybe if you even expand your search into some other areas that can offer that product for you, the foreclosures, etc. That product might be there, but you've got to keep in mind that those things are set up for basically bidding wars. So when you start competing against other people, you don't necessarily end up at a price point that makes sense. So you want to take a look at everything. Look at all of your options. Maybe expand your search if you're finding that you might be looking to too narrow of a spot. That's what I'd recommend.
And those take a long time too. They're not quick sales.
I'm looking at. I want to get him in by April 1st.
Okay, you got time. Hey, Dennis, are you going to be getting a mortgage or are you a cash buyer?
We're getting a mortgage. We could pay cash, but
okay,
we're trying to keep the money in the bank and use somebody else's money. We can put 20% down easy.
Right.
Okay. A little more.
Yeah, you're definitely a buyer out there. You know, like you said, $90,000 price range, 20% down. It's an investment property. You have your child rented out. We would love to help you out with that mortgage. Thank you for the call. And again, if you're not having any luck, maybe we can just set up with some other people. But if we can help you on the mortgage side, that's what we do. 248-539-9797. Let's go out to Dave on a cell phone. Good morning, Dave. You're live on the show.
Yeah, good morning.
Morning, sir.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Dave?
Oh, I'm doing all right. I'm trying to refinance my mortgage because my rate is at 7.5.
Okay.
And nobody wants to touch me because I'm not with Fannie Mae or Freddie Mac.
Well, you're underwater. That's why.
Huh?
You're underwater. You owe more than the house is worth, correct?
No. I only owe like maybe 135, 140,000 on the house.
What's the house worth, Dave?
159. Well, it depends on which one you go, which thing you go on.
Okay.
I went on Zillow and it said it's worth about 159.
Okay.
And then I went on realestate.com and it said 189.
Okay. What did the appraisal come back at, Dave?
I haven't had an appraisal yet.
So how do you know no one's going to touch you? I'm confused.
Everybody's saying that because I'm not with Fannie Mae or Freddie Mac.
No.
Everyone is not saying that.
Can't be possible.
What's the rest of the story? What's your credit look like?
My credit's about, I don't know, 650.
Okay. I mean, it sounds...
You got good enough credit.
I don't see any issues. I mean, I feel like when we talk after the show, there's going to be more to the story.
Do you have a second mortgage, Dave?
Yeah.
I knew I'd come up with it. That's why I get to sit here, Alex.
So you owe 130 on the first mortgage.
What do you owe on the second?
On the second
No, I owe 118 on the first mortgage, and I owe about 20 on the second.
Okay, so if everything you're telling me is 100% fact and there's nothing else, there's no foreclosures, there's no repossessions, there's no bankruptcies, you're current on the mortgage, there's absolutely zero reason why somebody wouldn't refinance.
You know what I'm thinking? Dave, you called the wrong place because even if you don't, Alex, even if he doesn't have 20% equity and he didn't get the two loans together, he can't add them together unless he goes FHA. So he didn't.
He's a 7.5. Who cares?
Yeah, I mean, definitely he can refinance. Dave, I don't think you spoke to the right people. So this call this morning is good for us because I think that I'm going to follow up with you right after the show. I'm going to give you a call at the office. So keep this phone in your hand. Let's see if we can get you on the straight path here because you definitely should be able to save money easily. So thanks for the call. Yeah, we'll follow up and we'll talk about this in a month because definitely going to be saving you money. Thanks for the call.
Thanks, Dave.
248-539-9797. Is there a possibility that he just didn't talk to the right people?
Is there a possibility this could be a Paul Harvey? And now the rest of the story?
Oh, and now the rest of the story. Maybe there's something else out there. We will find out. Hey, Ryan in Rochester, welcome to the show. Go ahead, Ryan.
Thanks for taking the call, guys. I have a rental home in Royal Oak, right by the hospital. And I just recently had to evict my renters. I've been renting them for about 8 years, and these last people, I just had to get out because they weren't paying rent on time. And I'm just trying to get an idea of what the rental market's like around that area, and also what should I consider selling the house?
You're right by Beaumont, your property?
Yes.
That's a hot market, man. Yeah. I mean, I have a bunch of I have a handful of rentals in Royal Oak. I mean, that's a very, very, very strong market.
Are you north of 13 or south of 13?
Am I north or south of 13?
Yep.
South.
I'm south of it.
You're south, so are you in Berkeley or in Royal Oak?
It's considered Royal Oak.
Okay, cool. It's a great area.
That's a hot area, man.
Hot.
It's a very hot area. I actually just sold a property myself over in that area, and they're selling really, really quickly. The rental market is strong, but definitely as you came across challenges with it, I've got clients, they come across challenges. It just depends if you want to be a landlord or not. If you're tired of that job, it's a great time to sell. Definitely can help you out with understanding the values because they've definitely gone up in that area. It's a good time to sell.
Where would I go to find out what the house is worth? What's the best avenue to take to do that?
Well, Jenny can give you a call.
I want to look at selling.
Yeah.
Sorry?
Go ahead, Jenny.
Yes, I definitely, certainly I can give you a call here after the show and definitely set up and give you the valuations there in the area so that you can make a good decision to sell or not.
There you go.
Thank you.
Hey, Ryan, real quick too, buddy. There are a lot of property management companies that are right in downtown Berkeley and downtown Royal Oak. They'll manage it for you for anywhere between 5 to 7% of the gross monthly rent. And I have a company managing mine for me, and it's worth every single cent.
What do they do that outside of what I need to do as far as managing the property?
Dude,
what do they?
Bro, everything.
Take the headaches away from you?
I need to see. So like some of my tenants, they think they feel like they're renting like at the Townsend. They're like, a light bulb's out. Well, then go buy a light bulb, dude. But I mean, they take you out of the equation. So every month, I just get checks from them. That's it. I don't talk to my tenants. I don't talk to anybody.
Well, and Ryan, of course, the most important thing is you got to get someone in there to pay you on time, and that's the key at the beginning.
Sure. If you guys have somebody you could refer me to, I don't want to let the property go yet if the market's hot because I'd like to have somebody pay off the house for me and use it for the kids' college fund down the road.
Same page, man. Same page. Yeah, definitely. I'll call you for the show and put you in touch with some people, and we'll go from there.
Appreciate it.
Cool. Thanks, Ryan.
Great thinking there. Definitely some crazy economic changes across the globe, and it's been keeping interest rates at all-time lows. How about this great mild winter and fall we had? Housing still supported in this area by all the employment we have. People are back at work. Values are trickling up.
Mild
winter.
Mild winter. Where are you living, bro?
My flight got canceled.
Look at it outside.
Mild winter. It's freezing out.
Mild winter, yes.
Okay,
yes.
yeah.
2 feet of snow is not. Look at outside, gentlemen. That's a mild winter.
Mild winter.
That's a mild. Hey, Bruce out there with a harp loan in Ann Arbor. Bruce. Is it a mild winter or not? I don't know. Is it, Bruce? Help me out.
I think it's a mild winter.
That a boy?
Good for you, Bruce. You and Harvey are on the same page.
Yeah, thank you from Ann Arbor, Bruce. I appreciate that. Go ahead, sir.
I've got a 15-year just regular mortgage at 3 3/4%, and I see these things for a HARP loan, and I don't know. Should I go for that or? Well, I got about 10 more years left on the house. I pay $1,000 a month.
I mean, if you're going to do anything, I would take it down.
I got about $120,000 left to go on it.
I would maybe take it down to a 10-year. Cut that rate way down and just be done with it, man. Keep paying what you're paying right now and pay it off. You probably shave off an extra 18 months by going to a 10-year and paying what you're paying right now.
And paying the same amount?
Yeah, because if we go to a 10-year and the payment drops, let's say it drops to $850. And you're paying $1,000 right now, keep paying the $1,000. You'll save, 18 months. It's $18,000 you save.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks.
You got it, man. Thanks, Bruce.
Great call.
All right, we got an open line if you want to sneak in, 248-539-9797. Also want to remind you, Capital Mortgage has a full staff all weekend long. Again, give us a call, 1-800-LOW-RATE, the best mortgage banker. You're going to save a ton of money. Janet, a whole bunch of things we still want to get to if we can sneak a few in. We brought, again, Janet Graham from Hall & Hunter Realtors in downtown Birmingham. Janet, you're fantastic on the radio, and we appreciate you coming in. Lots of knowledge if you want to buy or sell a house, definitely give us a call. We'll get you hooked up with Janet. Some of the expectations out there, Jan, what happens when something goes wrong on a listing or a buy transaction? What have you ever run into lately? If we could go over that.
We will run into, with a buyer. We can just have something come up where their situation changes during the transaction and they don't realize that it's going to have an impact, and then it does have an impact. Like, for example, I just had one where the buyer changed his job.
Okay.
2 weeks before we're supposed to close.
Right. It's the same things we run into.
From the buyer to the buyer.
We run into that too.
Why?
That's
I mean, whatever. I just it baffles me. So
but Jan, it's your fault.
Well,
but it's your fault.
It's your fault, Janet.
They're mystified. We have to that's why I work with a really good lender And I work with Sam, and we work this stuff out. We communicate. We maybe we might have to extend the closing, but we work out the challenges as they come at us because that's our job.
That's what it is. You got to be direct. You got to be straight to the point and direct, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
There's things in life that come up that just can really boggle down a transaction, and all of a sudden people are uncomfortable and they just don't close. Always great information. Janet, that runs us out of time, but we definitely appreciate you coming in. And we want to... Is that the music, guys? Are we ready to go? All right, we got Pat Caputo.
Keep going, buddy. Keep
we can keep going? Oh, good.
Keep going, buddy.
Oh, quick reminder, we got Pat Caputo and those guys coming up with sports, but if we do have some open lines, 248-539-9797. If you guys want to jump in with something.
I wanted to jump in with just a sneak previews. I've got 3 great listings coming up. New to the market, townhouse, 2-bedroom, 2.5-bath in Southfield, right off of Evergreen there. It's a really great location, 119.9. So you first-time buyers, call in, get pre-qualified, and come see this property. It's great. I've got a wonderful property coming up in Troy, award-winning Troy schools, 4 bedrooms, 2.5-bath colonial with a full basement. You want to come and take a look at this. It's on Renshaw, John R. and Long Lake.
Right.
$235. And I've got coming up in Royal Oak, actually, Vincetta Boulevard. 3-bedroom, completely updated bungalow with a detached 2-car garage close to downtown Royal Oak.
All hot areas, great houses, and there's all sorts of opportunity out there. If you were just joining the show, it's another version of the Hardcore Mortgage Show. Again, we want to thank Janet Grant from Hall & Hunter Realtors, Alex Nabusi, Harry Glanz with Capital Mortgage. I'm Harvey Freed. We will see you next Saturday.
Proceeding was a paid program. Views expressed on this program are not necessarily those of CBS Radio, its sponsors, or affiliates.
Hi, Harry Glanz for Capital Mortgage Funding. Rates are at historic lows, and they're not going down to zero. So what are you waiting for? Call 1-800-LOW-RATE and let our award-winning staff help you save money. If you're looking to purchase a new home, refinance your existing home, and you want to save money, call 1-800-LOW-RATE and take advantage of these historic low rates. That's Capital Mortgage Funding.